Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Alibaba was a poor woodcutter who lived in Baghdad. One day he was cutting wood in the forest when he heard the sounds of horses. Scared, he hid behind a large tree. Soon he saw 40 men ride up to a huge rock in the middle of the forest. Seeing the mask that covered their faces, Ali Baba thought, they must be thieves. The chief of the thieves got down from the horse, walked up to the rock, and said loudly, "Open, see same." To Ali Baba's amazement, a hidden door opened in the rock. The men inside carrying bags laden with wealth, and the door closed behind them. A while later, the men all came out. The chief said, "Close see same," and the cave was sealed shut again. Ali Baba waited till he was sure that the thieves were not returning. Then he softly walked up to the cave and said the magic words. The door flew open. He entered to find the cave full of riches. He was sure that no one would believe his story, so he quickly filled up a few bags with gold and carried them outside. Then he said, "Close see same." Once the door was shut, he hurried home back. At home, Ali Baba told his wife and brother Kazim everything that he had seen. They had enough gold to live comfortably, but Kazim was greedy. He wanted to take more gold from the cave for himself. The next day, Kazim went to the cave all alone without telling anyone. When he entered the cave, he was astonished to see the gold jewels and the riches piled high. Qasim ran from one pile to another, gathering as much as gold he could, but he wanted to leave. He could not remember the words that opened the door. Just then, the thieves returned to the cave. Seeing Qasim, the chief killed him at once. Ali Baba was worried when Qasim did not return home that night. He looked everywhere and finally went to the cave in the forest. There he saw that the thieves had killed Qasim. He was very sad. He quietly returned home with Qasim's body. Ali Baba and his wife told everyone that Qasim had fallen ill and died suddenly. They quietly buried his body and decided never to return to the cave. In the meantime, the thieves had heard that the poor woodcutter Ali Baba has become a rich trader. They said, "Surely he too knows about our cave." The chief of the thieves made a plan to kill Ali Baba and his family. He brought 39 jars and made his men hide in them. He said, "When I give you a signal, come out and kill everybody." Pretending to be an oil merchant, the chief of the thieves went to Ali Baba's house and said, "I am an oil merchant. I need a place to stay. Can I stay here for one night?" Ali Baba invited him in and placed the jars in the courtyard. But Ali Baba's servant Marjina was very clever and heard the thieves whispering to each other. She heated up a huge bowl of oil and poured it into each of the jars, killing the thieves. Later that night, The chief of the thieves signaled his men, but no one came. He pulled out his dagger to kill Ali Baba, but an alert Margina quickly stabbed him. Ali Baba thanked Margina for her quick thinking and married her to his nephew. Thanks to the cave in the forest, Ali Baba's family was never poor again.